fabulous executive living bordering Oak Mountain State Park. Colleen and David Black, Keller Williams Realty, 356-5412. Call on Colleen.
Brian Peters with you for this Weather Xtreme video for Monday, June the 8th. And let's get right to some sky cams. And how about a beautiful one from Demopolis? Instead of the river, we're looking off to the east. And as you can see, we do have some cirrus clouds across central Alabama. Another view, and this is the one that I'm looking at right now, and here is the view from Mount Cheaha. You can see a little bit of fog in the valleys down below, as well as the cirrus above. Main weather system in the central part of the United States. The little low off the southeastern coast is still there, but producing mostly convection out in the Atlantic, not much along the shoreline. But again, the main action is in the central U.S. with high pressure over the southeastern U.S. At the upper atmosphere, we can see the trough on the west coast and the ridge on the east coast, and that pattern is going to pretty much stay with us, although the ridge is going to flatten out somewhat. Temperatures very warm. Those yellow areas are all the 60s and 70s, so very, very warm in the central U.S., and of course that's helping to contribute to the possibilities of severe weather there. A little closer to home, we're about where we were yesterday morning, so not a great deal of change in the lower and mid 60s for the most part, and you can see the possibility, or you can see that we have fog reported among many localities this morning, so just a concern with the ground still fairly moist. QPF-wise, forecast for the next 5 days. The primary weather systems are going to stay well north of Alabama, so we're going to stay relatively dry. It looks like now probably we are not going to see much chance for showers until about Thursday, with maybe an isolated shower or two on Wednesday. Now, the Storm Prediction Center, of course, outlooking a large section from about the Dallas-Fort Worth area across Tulsa, Fayetteville, Arkansas, Springfield, Missouri, St. Louis, up to Chicago for a slight risk of severe weather today, plus a little area back out to the west. And again, that's going to be the main focus for the next several days. The National Hurricane Center is watching a little area of activity down in the Caribbean, and you can see that on the satellite picture. Still no signs of any development of any significance, as well as the fact that the upper level winds just are not very favorable, so very low chance that that will develop into anything. All right, here's the 060 GFS model run, and here's the upper air forecast for this afternoon. You can see the 588 ridge and nosing across the southeastern U.S. and up into the northeast. That stays with us and gets a little bit stronger on Tuesday and stays about the same on Wednesday, but as we're seeing over in Canada, you can see that the trough is beginning to strengthen a little bit, and that's going to help to flatten the ridge by Thursday. And with these little disturbances riding by just to our north, it means we're going to have a better chance for some showers as a front comes down through the Ohio River Valley and at least approaches the Tennessee River Valley. The front sags into the Tennessee River Valley on Friday, and so it looks like really probably the better day for any precipitation is going to come on Friday. But once again, it's going to be a scattered nature, not an all-day rain. The ridge is fairly flat, but beginning to build back in Texas and Oklahoma on Saturday, and the front is more or less dissipating for us, but still over the weekend looks like isolated to scattered showers are a possibility. By Sunday, the 14th, we can see the ridge beginning to build a little bit stronger, and once again, that puts us in an area where we're probably going to see some scattered afternoon showers. And then by Monday, the ridge is fairly flat, but it's beginning to build stronger as the westerlies remain just to our north. Now, looking out a little bit into Voodoo, and holy mackerel! Look at this, 588. The contour line covering what? Good Lord, all the way from Chicago all the way down to Brownsville and Miami. And I don't know, somehow it seems like this is a little too much overdone, but the trend of the 588 heat bubble and summertime and the possibility of scattered showers looks like it's going to remain with us as we get into voodoo country out there. Well, thank you for tuning into the Weather Xtreme video. James Spann is on vacation, so I'm going to be doing one a day during the mornings. Certainly appreciate you staying tuned and coming along for the ride for us as we watch how the ridge develops this week. In the meantime, I hope that you have a great Monday, and Godspeed.